Hi everybody and welcome to video 8 in our Grunge Your Art series. This is my design team project for LineDotArrow, but it's also part of a challenge and a giveaway. So the challenge part is great because you get freebies every week for 3 weeks from LineDotArrow, which is Natalie, and you go to her Facebook group, which is LineDotArrow Junk Journal Group, and then you can get the freebies to download, or you can go to her Ko-Fi shop. Now all these links are going to be below. Just click the word more when you're reading the description underneath, and then all the information you need will open up down there below you. Okay, links to the kits, links to everything that you need to know. Now, like I said, you go and you get your freebies, and then you make the challenge project. She'll put a video up every week showing the challenge project, and then you can make that. You can make whatever you want, but on top of that, you can make the challenge project. Now, what you want to do then is you want to take pictures of your projects, whether it's the challenge project or not, and you want to post them on one of 5 or all 5 Facebook groups that are taking part in this challenge, and that is going to be the LineDotArrow Facebook group, Haystack's Crafty Corner Facebook group, Two Sisters Jam Facebook group, Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, and the Junk Journal Tutorials and More Facebook group. Now, when you post your picture on any one of those groups, I would suggest posting it once on each one. You're get an entry into the giveaway. Each group is having a giveaway. There's 3 prizes in each giveaway, so you stand a pretty darn good chance. Now, when you post your picture in the groups, I don't know what's wrong with my brain right now, then you're going to get entries into the drawing. If you use just the freebies, then when you post your picture, each post is worth 1 entry. If you use the freebies plus any one of the kits, there's 5 kits, papers from any one of those, then you get 2 entries. If you use just the papers, then you get 2 entries for each post as well. Now, in your post, you have to tell us what you used, whether it's freebies or kit papers or both. And then you also have to put the hashtag Grunge Your Art. If you don't do those 2 things, then, well, if you don't put the hashtag in, your entry's not going to count at all. If you don't tell us what you used, you're automatically going to get 1 entry, because we're just going to assume you used the freebies. There's over 100 pages, and unfortunately, our brains aren't big enough to memorize them all. Speaking of pages, here's the kits that I'm going to be working from, and that is the Grunge background papers. There's 30 pages. There's the black and white, the sepia, and the color of these pages, of 10 pages. So there's 10 black and white, 10 sepia, and 10 color. There's the Grunge background papers, and there's 30 pages of those, which is the black and white, 10 of those, sepia and color, 10 of each. The Grunge collage papers. Oh, and I'm working in a black and white project, or with a black and white project, so anything you see in color I printed out, but I printed it out in black and white. The Grunge collage pages, there's 22 of those. The Grunge Junk Journal Kit, there's 22 of these. And this is an actual junk journal kit, so you're going to have writing pages, you know, journaling pages, backing pages, and ephemera. And I don't even know what I've got. I've printed out so much, I have no idea what goes where. And then the Grunge ephemera pack, and I printed this out in black and white as well. Okay, so that's what we're going to be working from. And don't forget to take pictures of everything that you make and post it in the 5 Facebook groups and get entries into the drawings. The prizes are great. They're junk journal kits from LineDotArrow, 1, 2, and 3 junk journal kits. So first prize is 3 kits, second prize is 2 kits, and third prize is 1 kit. I always say that backwards. Okay, so now when we left off, we had finished section 1. And this is what it's going to look like. Oops, let me move these. I got a big mess going on over here. I know you don't believe it, but I do. So this is going to go here. I think it looks pretty good. We may have to trim this yet. We may have to trim it down a little bit. So I like it sticking out, but I didn't think about it being on the end. Okay. Then in section 2, this is going to fold up like this, right? And then this is going to fold in towards the center. So, that's not right. This is going to fold in towards the center, and then this is going to fold up. Now we can do it either way, actually, but I like opening a book this way, and I'm not wild about opening a book backwards. No, it is this way. So it does go this way. Oh, trifles. So, and then this is going to be like this. Also, we can leave that sticking out if we wanted to. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to be like that. I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be like this and like this. This and then this and then this. So my trifold is going to open backwards, I guess. Oh, unless I turn the cover this way. Okay. All right. So let's do this. Let's label this cover. And we'll label this the back. And then that way we'll know what's what. Don't worry, these are getting covered. So, all right, let's get this little guy out of here. All right, so that's what we're doing. So now the next section we're going to work on. And it's going to make everything upside down. Yeah, to put that section in the center, we're going to have to do everything upside down. So we're going to have to make this the top. My lights are still flickering. I don't want to though. Well, the 2-inch spine has to go like so. So in order for the book to open the right way, we do have to turn it upside down. Yes, you did just see me writing upside down and backwards. Okay, so this goes here. That's upside down. Okay. And it goes in the center. It has to. because our larger spine has to cover both of these. Correct. Okay, now that I've got that figured out, so this is actually going to end up being section 3. I wasn't looking at the cover when I labeled them. So this is going to be section 1, that's section 2, and this is going to be section 3. And again, upside down and backwards, and the crowd roars. So the next thing we're going to make is an envelope stack. And we're going to put the envelope stack in the center, which is going to be section 2. Yay. And now remember, section 2 and section 3 are larger than section 1. Oz. Oz is barking. Oz. See if we can get him to stop barking. Okay, so then we want to measure this. Remember, our height is only 7 3/4. So you have to remember that and trim your paper down from that, from 8.5 to 7 3/4 to fit your papers. Now, this envelope stack, if we were to just fold our paper in half like we were building the base for this, we would have to be able to open our envelope stack, which I think we'll be able to do. And then we can have 2 papers on the inside. And how nifty neato would that be? So I think that's what we're going to do. So let's fold this in half. This is still 11, so it's 5.5. The other one wasn't. We trimmed it down a little bit. Okay. Oh, that's so crooked. Let's see if I pressed it too hard or if I can fix it. See if that's straight. Okay, so then we've got this. We can set our book aside. In fact, let me move it way over here. So we've got our base, and what we want to do right now is we want to build the envelope stack that's going to go on top. Now remember, we're limited for space, but I have all these different kinds of envelopes. I like these, right? So I've got 2 of those. I like this because you can put stationery inside even once you cut it down. Remember, we're going to have to cut these down quite a bit. Then I've got 2 CD covers, 2 check envelopes. Where's that 3? That's 3, but I only need 2. These are white inside. Okay. And then I've got 2 invitation envelopes, which I'm pretty sure we won't use because we'll use these black ones instead. I've got 2 different sizes of, oh no, they're the same size. Okay, well, we'll just set the big package aside. Yeah, because these have a small flap and these have the big V flap. However, that would give us a place to put stationery, wouldn't it? Or a big card. Versus these, which would not. And all these are not. Let's just set both of these to the side for a second. Let's put these away. Put those away. Now let's work with these. The paper that we're going to be using for our base for the envelope stack is this one. And we're going to mark it, even though it should be down the center. It's not. Because, you know, this is still crooked. We'll use that for scraps. Now when I really try to do it, I can't do it. Just folding a piece of paper in half, Terry. Okay, finally. Okay, so let's cut this. Oh, I didn't cut this to 7 3/4. I was like, what is wrong with this? Okay. I love this. It kind of looks like a mug shot to me. But it's not. Okay. Alright, so now we don't need this for right now. We're going to build the envelope stack on this. So let's see what we've got. We've got quite a few scraps that we can use to cover these envelopes. And we may leave the black ones just black. I don't know about that. Anyway, okay, let's start with the big ones. Let's go with these two big ones. Okay, and we're going to label them left and right. Let's trim them to size and then we'll label the tops. Now, do I want them to both be the same height? I don't think so. I think I want one of these to be shorter. So let's take one. Instead of being this tall, let's make it this tall. I'm going to have to put you on pause and ink all these. You realize that. Because you're not going to want to watch that. Okay, so let me cut these two. We're going to glue them back together. Save these. I'm going to take my sweater off now. It's chilly, but I don't think it's chilly enough for a sweater. I kept watching my ring light when I bumped into the table because the other day I was sitting at my computer desk and my ring light fell over, my big one, my 10-inch one. It's on a big long pole, and I think we want them to all open from the side, but let's not glue them yet. Okay, so this is going to be the front. This is going to be the top. I know you guys think I'm nuts for doing this, but really what I should be labeling is the back. Okay, so this is the top, and this is the back. And now on an envelope stack, it's pretty much useless to use magnets unless you're going to glue them or magnetize. Use the magnets to attach them to each other. And then when you get to the top, you can use a magnet to hold the top two envelopes closed. That's the best way to do it, I think. And then because we want to tie on it like we did our other section anyway. But if it's going to flop too much, we can use a couple of magnets here and there. Okay, so I want a window on each one of these. So let's say window. And this is important because that means it's going to be cut down the side for a pocket. You have to remember which one's left and which one's right. Otherwise, you're going to put your papers on upside down. Okay, and let's put a window in this one. They're nice and big. So let's say we're going to put this full-size one here. do we want to put a smaller one on this side, or do we want to go ahead and put this one here? Okay, now remember there's going to be pockets here, so we can attach envelopes that face inwards. Like we could put a CD on here that attaches inwards, and you're thinking, oh no, that's going to cover up the slot for the, well actually we can't because it's too narrow, but if we wanted to, let's say one of these small envelopes, we could put one facing inwards if we wanted to. We would just have to put this, we'd have to slide it in where the card goes and glue it down before we glued our inside paper on this one. It just gets a little complicated, that's all. So, well, that's the same way with this. Let me think about this. Oh no, it's not. And then let's do a CD cover here. And then this big envelope we'll do here. We'll trim it down to what? Oh, we haven't put any black ones in yet. I'm just going right along with the white ones. Ooh, and they're satiny. Oh, good, that's a good size. Okay, so put a black one there. Really means we should have a black one in here. Remember, we can't get too tall. Even though I love a good envelope stack. We're not going to do all of this on camera. Let's see. And I want to put another one in here. Maybe I'll leave this a top loading pocket and put this one facing this way. That would be kind of fun. We're not going to put windows in the black ones. Okay, so we've got this, and we've got this, which they're actually going to go like this. Oh no, that one goes the other way. So then we'll go like this. Is this wider? It is wider, so they can only go, well, it isn't that much wider. Oh, we're going to trim the bottom for a pocket anyway. Okay, let's go. Okay, this one is going to be on the right-hand side. That makes this the top. This is going to be the pocket. Then these two, which we're going to have another one over here that fits there, like so. Then we have our CD cover. Let's put another black envelope. Okay, and then I think we can do this white envelope and then this CD envelope. And then I think that's as big as we can get by the time we put papers and stuff on it. Okay, so now what's going to happen is I'm going to put you on pause so that I can ink all these. However, I think I'm going to take some pictures so that I can remember how I had this put together, because I like this like this. So see, now we probably will use a magnet on here and attach it to this envelope so that we can so that it won't stick out. The only thing is we might put windows on these. All right, let me get these inked up, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'll see you in just a minute. Everything is inked. Look at this big mess I have here. Okay, what I did was I numbered them so that I could put them back together in order. So we would start with number 9, because I know there's 9, and go backwards up until wherever we are. Yeah, see, this is 9. That would be here. And we're going to glue the top of this one back once we put the window in. And we're going to have to do the fronts and the windows before we put everything together. Then this one is going to hook this way, so it's going to need to be a top pocket. We're going to put a window in it, and I have all this covered. This is going to be number 9, right, top pocket. Okay, because we're going to end up papering these. So anything we're going to paper, we're going to have to number on the back as well. So let's go back through here. Window. So this is going to be 7. Left. And then 8 is going to fit back this way. Then 7's going to be on the left. And then 6 should be over here somewhere. If we're going to put a window, then we're going to need to number it on the back. 6 right. Top. Okay, so that's 6. Then 5. Then 4. These we can actually cover after we glue them in. Then this should be 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we're going to need to label this one on the back. And this one on the back. We're not going to put windows in these. I'm pretty sure. But we will put side pockets. So we can't glue anything together until we put the side pockets and the windows in. Okay, so this is going to be 6 right. All right, let's put a window in this one. And then there's going to be a window in that one. We've labeled that on the back. This is going to be the top. That's going to be a window. So we're going to need to label this on the back. 9 right top pocket. Okay. So let's work from the center out. Okay. So if we're going to put a window in this, we're going to need to paper this. Now what I was thinking was we could paper, since we're going to cut windows in it anyway, instead of using the collage pages for the windows, you know, for the fronts, we could use these backing papers, okay? Then we could use the collage papers as the cards, because otherwise we're going to end up with a bunch of gray cards, right? So I'd rather have gray envelopes with colorful cards inside. Well, not colorful because we're doing black and white, but interesting cards inside, and a hole in this so the border isn't that big, than to have a small border of collage with a gray card in the center. Does that make sense? Okay, let me get these extra black ones out of the way. Now, we're going to have to cover this. So let's just grab one. It's not going to matter. And we will cut it to size. Wow, I pinched something in my neck. It's like driving me nuts. I was going to do another video today, but maybe I won't. That would be 4. Actually, yeah, let's turn the paper this way. And let's save the interesting splotch. Wow, that's almost the right size, isn't it? Oh, for goodness sakes. So we're going to cut it here. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble in here. That should be the right size for this. Okay, so we're going to ink this. We're going to be inking a lot. We are going to end up doing a lot of this together because we're going to have windows, and we're going to have a tuck with some stationery as one of the envelopes, and it's going to have a window as well. So let's glue this on. We don't need this paper right now. Well, we will, because we're going to have to keep trying our envelopes. Okay. Glue this on. Now see, when the glue is thinner, I don't mind the level getting down. I think what happened was the level got down so far that when I filled it, it was all fresh glue and it was thinner. So apparently the other part where it was almost full but it was still taking forever is because it was 2/3 older glue. Not older, but you know, it had been exposed to the air. And then a little bit of new glue that I kept putting in the top and then mixing. So I should have put some acetone in there, which, yes, is your nail polish remover. Now, of course, even once we've cut the window out, we can relabel it in pencil. If we wanted to. Because once we cover the front and the back, then we've covered the numbers again. Okay, so let's make our window. I love the fact that it's got the black and white inside. Okay, now on this one, we can make a pretty good sized window in this. So I think we can use this bigger one. In fact, wow, this one's going to be too wide. What if I did that one? This one looks a little big. Do you know what I mean? I don't know though. The line's over here. I think we would have enough space to glue the acetate on there. I was thinking we could go with this one and then go with this across the top, and that would be interesting as well. We've got another one that we can use this one on. But I think I'm going to go for interesting. I think this has a tear on the back side as well. It does. And let's go for our ugly, ugly washi. Okay, put this one here. Be down a little bit. Look, the edge is way over there. So hard to tell. Then we'll cut this out. Gonna make a big thunk. So I had to put them in straight. Wow. Wowie, wow. See how that tears? Alright, I'll mess with that later. It's not going to come apart. It's not that big of an exciting piece anyway. So now that's a card that we could do something with. And throw that away. And put these two back in here. And then we'll ink this up. This was kind of neat. It's almost like one of those old-fashioned doors with the window over the top. Like I said, we'll be doing a lot of inking. I should have got more acetate. I mean, it's just sitting right behind me, but... Okay. Get the acetate. And our marker. Gotta love a Sharpie. Okay. Now, this is going to be a top-loading pocket, so we want to make sure the acetate goes all the way to the top. Wish I could see it. Then it wouldn't be acetate, would it? Sorry if you can see the top of my head. At least I colored my hair. You know, I know I'm always talking about stuff that's wrong with me. I apologize. But this is kind of a weird story. They think I might have narcolepsy because I just keep falling asleep right in the middle of stuff. Like, I actually fall asleep in the middle of recording videos. I don't know if you guys know that or not. But I have been editing a video, and then the next thing you know, that pencil's in my hand and it just goes like this. And then once my head fell forward, and all you could see was the back of my head and the back of my ears. So bizarre. Right in the middle of a sentence and right in the middle of doing something. Isn't that crazy? So now I gotta go to the sleep doctor. You know what that means. Electrodes to the head. Sleeping overnight. Which, I'm not sure about the narcolepsy, whether you'd have to sleep overnight. Gotta get some of this stuff out of my way. So I have room to do this. Even if I cut this crooked, or not crooked, but too short, or whatever, I just need to make sure that top edge goes all the way to the top. Now we just got to put this back together. What is that? You don't want to glue the envelope to the corner of the acetate though. Make sure there's no glue seepage. Bring this up like this. And since this is this way on the inside, well, we're going to have to do something, aren't we? You know what we'll do before we glue it shut? Let's just take a black paper scrap. And how much did we need? I want to this is the one that's going to be the top pocket. Okay. I'm just thinking making it half and half. So then what I'll do is I'll have to glue it onto here. It's still too long. Or is it? No, it's not. Alright, so if I glue it even on the bottom, then I know it's fine on the top. I'm going to line this up with the edge here and here when I glue it, and then even with the bottom. So I'm going to how am I going to do this? I know. And of course this spewed out everywhere. Just going to glue it to the white, and then that'll be the end of this video. Okay, then that should it's not straight. and this, and then we're going to glue this and leave the top open. And it only glues up to there. And that will glue that shut. And then we're going to paper this, remember? Okay. So this is what we'll see from the front. And I almost thought I didn't paper this first. And some glue, I think, on the front. I might be able to get off with my thumbnail. There we go. Okay, so that's our hour. We're going to stop there. And then, of course, this is going to have a card in here. And then we're going to work on our envelope stack again in the next video. Okay, I'll see you then. And that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.